Joe in real life, squat every day, 110. Got my coffee, taking my little walk. So last night, true to form, just like everyone else, I was thinking about my resolutions and what I'm going to do this year, And the core of my New Year's resolutions are very simple and things that won't challenge me at all. The yoga thing that I intend to post is the only thing that is really like I'm a little nervous about, but I'm excited too, But I had a bunch of other bullshit that I didn't talk to anyone about. And I'll just pick a benign example. I had a plan to run. I was going to run every day. Just a mile, And I used to be a runner, and a pretty good one. And I loved running. But I fell out of love with running. And now I just hate it. I hate it so much. And I was like, dude, why don't you follow your own advice? Why are you trying to force yourself to fall back in love with something that you don't love? You're gonna fail. You'll fail if you try to do that. And why you gotta go and lecture people on YouTube and then turn around and literally do the opposite? So it's ridiculous. Hey, I'm not gonna fall in love with running again. And even if I could get myself to do it, what would that be worth? I'm not unhappy now, and I don't need another job. I'm a busy person. I'm a dad. I have 2 jobs. I'm in recovery again. I have plenty to do. I don't need to become a runner too. And there were a number of other things like that. They're mostly boring. So I'm cutting them. No resolution on that. I just do the things that I'm excited about, things that I'm happy to be involved in, and squat every day. I think today I'm going to show you a weird lift, and I'm going to do some light high rep squats and I don't really like doing that. But one of my goals is body weight for 20 reps, and I'd like to teach myself how to handle reps again. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to trim the fat. I'm going to follow my own advice. We're going to squat. Stay tuned. So I know I've changed a lot over the last year, because a year ago, squatting this light for this many reps would have embarrassed the shit out of me. But I feel totally good about it today. I mean, that's the bar for 10 reps. One of my long-term goals is to squat my body weight, and I'd like that to be at 185 for 20 reps. So I'm trying to teach myself to do rep work. If you've been watching the channel, I very rarely do anything over 5 reps, and really even 5 reps. You almost never see me do 5 reps of anything. This month I'm devoting to hypertrophy, and I think I'm not going to show you every set, but I think I did 10, maybe 12 sets of 10. Honestly, I lost count. I'm doing it more organically. And here I'm just doing a Jefferson curl with a 20-pound kettlebell, down to touch, up, slow, control, breathing through the movement, kind of the antagonist mover. Getting the hammies, getting the hips pretty hard actually too. My feet are about a little less than hip distance apart, But anyway, yeah, that's the goal. Build up the reps, and these weights are embarrassing. I think I get up to 95, which, to be fair to me, was at the end of essentially 100 reps of squats. But 95 was hard. My legs were shaking. I felt a little pukey. My body's just not accustomed to reps, and it's pretty humbling, but also not embarrassing, which that's a hit my pride definitely couldn't have taken. when I started this channel. So I'm gonna count that as progress, right? I mean, why not? You'll also notice I took my milk crate out. I'm gonna try and excuse me. I'm gonna try and organically gauge depth, and I can see right away I'm going too deep. Now, is there really any such thing as too deep? I mean, probably no. But for what I'm trying to do, why I'm trying to do it, competition depth is fine. You know, hip crease just below knee crease. No deeper than that. And so I was dive bombing a little bit. Fatigue had quite a bit to do with that. And this was my top set, 95 pounds. Well under half my max for 10. And I struggled with it. I mean, I accomplished it. And probably if I had paced out and done better, I could have gotten more weight for sure. But I'll tell you this too, 135, not possible. Really, truly not. And that's a weak spot. Like, that's a for real weak spot that I need to put some time and attention in. So January is going to be devoted to that. I'm going to do rep work like this every other day. Like, I'm going way too deep here, way too deep. And I'm pitching forward. Not as much as I used to, but yeah, I don't love it. So that's that on the squat. Now for assistance work, which is coming up, I did some tibialis raises a la Ben Patrick and some calf raises, really simple. And I showed them to you in my own awkward fashion. These are the tib raises. These I've been doing just when I do Ben Patrick's ATG 0. And I haven't really broken them out of that structure. And I did a ton of reps of these. Sets of 10 again, slow and control. I don't know if you can really see it that well in the video, but it's just a kettlebell looped over my foot. I'm bracing it against the bench, dropping the toe, lifting it up. Yeah, it's kind of boring, but I'll show you both sides anyway. Yeah, I should probably learn video editing at one of these points, but not today. And yeah, like, obviously you feel this in that long, thin muscle in the front of your shin, but I also feel it in my lateral quadricep, kind of nestled up close to the IT band, especially on my right side, which is my problem child. Now we're going to take a little walk. Oh, aren't I cute? Okay. I don't know why I do this shit. It's like I hate myself, or I hate the version of me that's doing the voiceover. And just simple calf raises, isolateral, one leg at a time. Just getting on a step and feeling them. I'm curious to see what these look like, because my right foot is meaningfully worse at this than my left. So let me look. Yeah. Now I'm trying not to help the lift with my hands, but I can clearly see that I am. Like, all right, so that's something I got to work on. Yeah, and look at that foot turn out. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, see the left? I'm not helping at all. The hands are there just for a little stability, and because they're my banisters, and it's hard not to put your hands on your banisters. Coming up, we have my bonus feature, the suitcase deadlift. As promised, old-timey strongman lifts. It's like you're just picking up one suitcase on one side. And I only went up to 135. I built up to this fun and organically, and you just pick it up. I could go a lot heavier on this, but no sense, you know? Like, as wimpy as this squat workout was, I'm gonna be really sore tomorrow. And that's humbling. Yeah, a little awkward on the left side. Weirdly, with these unilateral transverse kind of movements, even though my left
pretty neat.
My non-dom. I ran out of time. I was rattling on. I'm out in beautiful Bonaventure Cemetery. I'm wearing my weighted vest, taking a little ruck. I've been talking to some of you in the comments about rucking. It's great. I'm not going to be a runner. I'm just not going to. But maybe the ruck is something I can do. And after the tib raises and the calf raises, I gotta say, this ruck feels really good. Like my mechanics feel really clean and tight. But yeah, the suitcase deadlift is fun because, how do I word this? Your body, it's like you're giving your body a Rubik's Cube, you know? It knows how to deadlift. I mean, I'm assuming it knows how to deadlift if you deadlift at all. And then you force it to load one side and organize your body facing a completely different direction. And it's like, wait, how am I going to get this off the ground? We don't lift like this. So the result is, like, you end up having a lot more in the tank than you think. Like, you can't actually hit a max, or you can hit a point where you can't lift anymore, but you know you're strong enough to lift more. Forces your nervous system to recruit differently and reorganize, and is really good for your mobility. Later today, I'm gonna post the first yoga video. It's just gonna be a primer, meaning I'm just gonna talk about how we start a yoga practice, and that's it. And then next Sunday, I'll have an actual yoga practice. But I'm gonna take a different path to all of that. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned for it. And if you're not, skip it. Don't watch it. Like, you don't need, if you're not interested in yoga, then leave it alone, This is Joe in real life. I love you guys. Be good to each other. And Happy New Year.